Well, hello, my lovelies. I hope you're doing well. I hope you had a most beautiful day. Er, yes. Well, Scoot's up here. Scoot. Echo. Echo. No. Cheech is somewhere. I don't know where he is. I tell ya, I distort my voice to appeal to the kitty cats. Ooh. Well, arthritis and his brother bursitis were kicking my ass. I gave up and I took a nap. Cheech and I, yes, Cheech. Right, Cheech? Hey, Cheech. Oh, he's rolling over there. Hey. So I am making progress, and I don't like to do housework. It's harder for me to do housework than it is to do manual labor. Sometimes I can't really do that right now because, I got a lot of hard miles, so it's different, riding an e-bike and kayaking. That's a different animal. So I have accepted that I am getting older. I shall be 64 soon. So it's time to slow down just a little bit. A little bit. Not much, a little bit. Now, I have not been riding my 1800 to Jacksonville very often now because I've got a friend that I've known for 9 years. Yeah, 9 years. Yeah, he's older dude, and he's my mentor. He's kind of like a adopted daddy-o, yeah. My daddy-o, he passed away in '05. But anyway, yeah, it's when you have good friends, you should stick with them. Yeah. So I'm avoiding riding my 1800 because it's got way too much power. And when I pass someone on the highway, just ever doing 80, and I pass someone, oh mamma mia! I'm doing 140 before I can even blink, right? And that's not good. I don't even realize it. So I've just been going putt putt around town. I did get a ticket. Click it or ticket. I got a ticket. Yeah. Not in the school zone, after the school zone. Because after the school zone, you tend to kind of give it a little gas, right? Well, the trolling camera caught me. So it was 44 miles an hour and a 30. It didn't go against my driving privilege, but it was $100. So I just paid it. Yeah, I could have used that for food. However, and it was right before Christmas, too. It's like, support your local sheriff's office, which, if money goes to those guys, they deserve it. I mean, why should I argue? I was at fault. So from now on, I go putt putt. Yeah, putt putt. Speaking of putt putt, we got my golf clubs over there. I've got to order some golf balls. Oh, my daddy-o, he used to say, oh, balls. He was quite a colorful, comical guy. He was pretty much Irish and English. And, yeah, his first name was Francis. F-A or Francis. Francis. His middle name was Raymond. And I do have some regrets not spending more time with him. He wasn't really there for me when I was a kid. A lot of the reason was because my mother was such a wicked witch. Yeah. I don't know how I got on this. I think I need to have some more coffee. Actually, the thing is I didn't get enough exercise today because of my pain level. My pain level goes up and down, and I tell you, you younger folks, you've probably seen us older guys. We make those old guy noises when we get up out of a chair. We go, ooh, but it's all right. Hey, at least we're still moving. One thing I'm learning, if I stop, rigor mortis. That's arthritis and bursitis' stepbrother is rigor mortis. If you stop or slow down, rigor mortis will try to set in, and that's not good, because you're not going to move never ever again. That's right. If arthritis and bursitis' stepbrother comes in, you're screwed. So keep moving and do the dance. Do the dance all the time. Dancing is good for you. When I was in North Carolina, up there, Mandela Springs, Mandela Chocolate, it's a eco retreat, and they'd have a band, and I'd dance and dance and dance and dance. And you know how hippies are. I guess you could say I turned into a hippie. Hippie, man, it's hip, 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 hip. A really hippie, 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 hippie. Hippo, hippie, hippie, hippie. And it's funny, the women up there, it's rare to see a hippopotamus. You ladies are probably going to desubscribe or unsubscribe. And I'm not pointing any fingers, but I used to have an ex-girlfriend. She was a hippopotamus. She didn't do anything all day. And finally, I just said, okay, we're going to have to find you somewhere else to stay. And she ended up moving back to her sister's place. I didn't throw her out. I didn't want her to be homeless. I was kind. However, you know, if I wanted to have a freaking the star attraction of the zoo in my home being a hippopotamus, I'd go to the zoo. So, yeah, one day we're out there, we're fishing, right? And she was about 522 pounds, yeah. You know, when we first met, she was like 122 pounds. But I'd go to work, and all she would do was sit around and eat Twinkies all day. So we're out there fishing, right? This is when she was, yeah, pretty much 522, yeah. Truck got stuck, and I had this huge lounge chair in the back of the truck, and that's where she laid back there, and we had to go to the store and load up on cases and cases of Twinkies. So the truck got stuck, and in the process, a lot of her Twinkies fell out in the mud. So she was pissed off. She started making those hippopotamus noises. Sorry. So, yeah. So I had an idea. I said, honey, I think some Twinkies over there behind that ridge. And she perked up, got up, and went, rrr. And lo and behold, I went ahead and hooked the tow strap to the ball on the bumper and then tied it around her waist. She wasn't even paying attention. Got the fishing pole and put a Twinkie there on the hook and slung it out there. And boy, I never thought a big woman could run that fast. Well, she started moving and moving. The ground was shaking like an earthquake. People were looking like, what the hell's going on? And sure enough, she yanked that truck out. Mm. But I had to let Big Bertha Lou go. Yeah, that was her nickname, Big Bertha Lou. She was a Haga Haka hippopotami. But you know, you got big bubaloos out there too. Big bubaloos. I don't say bubaloos, bubaloos. You know, some of these guys that end up being like 900 pounds or 1,000 pounds, right? That's got to be a very miserable existence, okay? It does. But being the human animal, if we're allowed to degenerate, it happens. We degenerate. We literally just take one step forward and move 20 steps back. So, yeah, but you know, someone's enabling someone like that. They're bringing in a bunch of food, and that's not good. You know, that's not good. But you know, I've seen some really good stories. You see them on YouTube, and I once knew this man. He was a good friend. Didn't see him for like 4 or 5 years, right? His name was Ray, and I saw him. And it's like, you know, we're on the phone. He said, "Alan, I have to warn you." He said, "I'm not the same man I used to be." So I went over to his house, and oh my God, it was unbelievable. He's 465 pounds. Still a decent guy. So we talked for a little bit, and you know, me personally, I've lost a lot of weight and had to get fit again. And you know, as a human animal, we just we slip back into that. We get depressed, we get lazy, and someone's got to be enabling us. So, and sure enough, his mother enabled him, brought tons of food and this, that, and the other. Of course, he said when he was younger, a lot of times he would starve, literally starve. They were really poor. But that changed, but it went from one end of the spectrum to the other end. And I hope you're finding this video useful. You know, I live alone over here. This is Brian's home, and I am fortunate and privileged to be able to stay here with him. He's very kind. Him and I have a really good relationship. His brothers have passed on, and that's, yeah. Thank you, God, for your love. Oh my gosh. So they passed on. However, so I spent a lot of time alone, a lot of deep thinking, and I've learned to love myself at my later years, and I will learn to love myself to the day I die. And if you or someone happens to be in my world, in my life, I'll be kind to you. I will not enable you. I will tell you like it is, but I will be kind. And I don't demand it, but I expect for you to respect me and be kind. If not, then hasta la vista, bitch. Literally. I'm too old to sit there and think that I have to explain myself to losers or stupid people. I won't do that. Hell no. Too old, too wise. I don't have time as the eagle. I'm the space eagle. I go beyond the atmosphere. I fly through the universe. I am the space eagle. And I'm not comfortable around turkeys or in the chicken coop. And some of you might relate to that. Some of you want to aspire to be that way, and I'm pulling for you. But it takes hard freaking work. I mean, really hard work. I've had to resurrect myself several times, and I didn't waste God's time because God gave me the strength and the courage to do it myself. And so be it. I have, and I've always felt good about myself being able to do that. So I've done a lot of things in my lifetime. So if I would drop dead right now, I'm happy. I'm happy, and I have no regrets. I've been, I've made mistakes, but I never went out of my way maliciously to hurt anyone. I made mistakes. Yeah, I wouldn't conspire. Now, those people like that, they're going to get theirs big time. So, getting back to my friend, Ray. So I helped Ray. And he went to a specialist, a dietary specialist, and he went to physical therapy. And we got rid of that. I helped him get rid of that depression. And it wasn't pleasant for Ray. No. But I told him, I said, Ray, if you want me to help you, man, you're going to feel like you're dying sometimes. So the first thing that we did is we went in the freezer, got some ice. I said, put this under your arms, Ray. It's not going to be pleasant, okay? So he put these baggies under his arms. And I introduced him to the Wim Hof method, which is ice baths and things like that worked for me. In fact, I have conditioned myself. I'm not bragging, but it's the truth. I can go from like a cold shower. It's like I've been taking these cold showers, which enjoying them because the water temperature is in the 40s because my pump is exposed, the water tank. So the water is in the 40s, and I could go just get right in there. I don't warm it up. In fact, my hot water heater is turned off. Save electricity that way. I don't need it. I'm not going to be comfortable when I don't need to be comfortable. Yeah. It's worth imposing a little discomfort on yourself. It's worth it. You reset yourself and you become super strong, super strong. So, yeah, let's go ahead and cut this off at 20 minutes. So if you got any comments, any ideas, or, I'd be glad to give you advice that I have from my lifetime, perhaps to help you. I'm not going to enable you. I'm not going to walk behind you with the pooper scooper. No, hell no. I will lead you into a way where you can have salvation and you can be saved from yourself. Because that right there, probably never heard that, but if you're saved from yourself, you're doing well. We're doing quite well. I remember when I was a little kid, I loved challenges when I was a little kid. And being about 5 years old, Connecticut, Waterbury, Connecticut, I would be out during the winter. I am not kidding you. It would be below zero, right? Super cold. And I'd have, of course, a jacket on. And that little ski pants and stuff. I'd go hang with my little friends. And we would walk sometimes for miles during the day, even being 5 years old. Back then it was different. Kids were more mature in some ways, and we just loved adventure. So, yeah, So that's I. So I'm going to go ahead and cut this off at exactly 20 minutes. Love you guys. Till the next time. See you later.